December 16th. 714. Papin the Fat, mayor of Paris, died. A man of wisdom and vigor. 1215. A special excommunication of the English barons fulminated at Rome, and Towered London laid under an interdict. 1515. Alfonso Albuquerque died, Portuguese Viceroy of India, surnamed the Great and the Portuguese Mars. 1653. William Gouge died, a minister of the famous Assembly of Divines, and appointed one of the annotators of the Bible. 1653. Oliver Cromwell appointed Lord Protector of England. 1656. Edmund Wingate died, an English writer on arithmetic and mathematics. 1657. Joshua Reynolds, commander of the English forces in Mardyke, was cast away with the whole ship's company, on Goodwin's Sands. 1684. The statue of Charles II in the Royal Exchange at London, was erected by the Hamburg Company. 1687. William Petty, an eminent English physician, died, chiefly celebrated for his knowledge in mathematics and mechanics, and for his writings on political arithmetic. 1703. Julius Mascaron, a most eminent preacher, died. His eloquence was astonishing, and it is related that his preaching had such an effect upon the Huguenots, that of 30,000 Calvinists which he found on coming to the See of Ugin, 28,000 forsook their church. 1710. Girona, the key of Catalonia in Spain, surrendered to the French. 1723. John Trencher died, an eminent English patriot and political writer. 1745. Peter Francis Guillot Desfontaines died, a French critic, historical writer and translator. 1767. James Granger, a Scottish physician and poet, died in the West Indies. 1770. Roger Long, an eminent English astronomer, died. 1773. Destruction of 340 chests of tea in Boston Harbor by a party of citizens disguised as Indians. There was but one survivor of that event, in 1840. 1782. The British burned Fort Arbuthnot and a new fort on Sullivan's Island. 1783. William James died, an English baronet, who rose from the humble occupation of a ploughboy to the chief command of the East India Company's marine forces. 1788. Osako taken from the Turks by storm by the Russians under Prince Potemkin, who had about 1,000 killed in the assault. 1798. Thomas Pennant died, an Englishman of eminent knowledge in natural history and antiquities, and the author of a number of valuable books. 1800. Convention of the Northern Powers of Europe for an Armed Neutrality, signed at St. Petersburg between Russia and Sweden. 1809. The most ceremonious and extraordinary divorce in the world took place between Bonaparte and Josephine. 1809. Anthony Francis Fourcroy died, a very eminent French writer on chemistry, and a member of the Institute. 1811. An earthquake was experienced in the southern states and in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Charleston, Savannah, Pittsburgh and Circleville especially suffered from it. 1825. James Watt, the original publisher of the Montrose, Arbroath and Branchin Review, fell overboard in Yarmouth Roads and was drowned. 1832. Robert C. Sands, an American author and editor, died. He was a man of genius, a scholar, and an elegant writer. 1835. The coldest day on record, from sunrise to sunset. The thermometer ranged from 12 degrees to 16 degrees below zero all day, in the vicinity of Boston. The winter was remarkable for the lowness of its mean temperature, the number of extremely cold days, and the great quantity and long duration of snow. 1835. Great Fire in New York, the most destructive that ever took place in this country, by which the entire seat of the greatest commercial transactions of the city was destroyed. The number of buildings destroyed was 529, including the Merchants Exchange, valued at $150,000, and the Garden Street Church $50,000. Total loss was estimated at $17 million. 1848. A little after midnight, the Park Theater at New York was burned to the ground. 1852. Samuel Lee, Canon of Bristol, and the profoundest Orientalist of the age, died, aged 69. He rose from the sphere of a carpenter's apprentice.